All right, Greg, we're going to put you to work here. Valen Erickson out of Chicago, 47th rated offensive tackle in the country from the 2022 class.
Yeah, I mean, he was up there on Nebraska's board. You know, they were expecting this and stuff, and I mean, it adds some more depth to already deep offensive line class, and you know, slowly but surely they're building their small class that they have this year, and they have to be very choosy. So anybody they're going to bring in at this point, they're not taking a flyer on any of these guys right now, and you know, we'll see how this goes, and you know, I like the class that they're building right now.
Yeah, I mean, and he gets a good get. To be honest, I mean, if they commit and they're all about Nebraska and they end up putting the pen to the paper, I love it. I mean, as everybody knows, with the portal and how everything works, recruiting is just different now. And to me, if you commit somewhere, then you commit somewhere and you're going there, and it's just wishy-washy now. So anybody you can get that's pretty solid is something we're going to take. Bo Pelini especially hated recruiting because he was old-fashioned. A handshake means a lot. And his solution is if you commit, so if you offer and they commit, the pen and paper is done right there. You are signed. It is over. There's no open. It is done. They would cut down on the amount of offers that go out just randomly, and it would cut down on all these I commit now, and now I decommit, and I commit, and then all of that garbage. So the only reason that nobody wants to do it is because they want to keep doing the other stuff. But that's the way. That's what needs to happen, especially with on the NIL and everything. You know, it cut down on basically it being a bidding war.
And I seem to remember a few times there when a Bo Pelini commit would decide to take an official visit later on down the road, and all of a sudden they weren't a Nebraska commit anymore.
I'm telling you, man, it would cut down on no more eighth graders would be offered either.
Yeah,
I think and Alabama.
I'll add in there too that Nebraska's had a pretty good run with players from the state of Illinois. I mean, Josh played with a couple of good ones like Jordan Westerkamp and Tanner Farmer. So kind of a good little pipeline there to that state of Illinois. Big Pete, yeah.
Big Pete's telling us that Illinois switching from a 4-3 to a 3-4, so Navy Thomas is not going to be happy about that. Husker offense needs to use a lot of up-tempo to keep the Illinois defense on their heels, get them confused, not ready to get set pre-snap, big switch to the 3-4.
It just depends on what kind of 3-4 they run. Are they going to run one with a ton of movement that's really complicated in their first year? I don't know. I mean, wouldn't be that smart, but I've never been a fan of the hurry-up offense because it could be terrible. It's terrible for the defense either way. Either you go 1, 2, 3 and defense back on the field, or you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and score, and defense is back on the field. So I don't. It's not really there's a place for it in the game, but unless you are just dialed in and execute perfectly and things work, it's not really consistent. It's not sustainable as far as just being sound in your technique and sound in the plays we're going to do, and the thinking about the play call instead of just throwing it out there. But there's definitely a place in it, and if they're going to run a complicated scheme, then you might see some more hurry up.
Yeah, you know what, too, though? I can't recall who it was the other day that I heard talking about Illinois and having a whole new coaching staff and not knowing anything to do about it. It was one of the linebackers. It might have been Garrett Nelson or Luke Reimer, but they were saying, hey, you know what? We haven't started to work on Illinois yet, but we guarantee you that we will find some film of what Brett Bielema does and everything, and that will all be taken care of here when they start getting into game week mode.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do a deep dive on Illinois. Of course, that's Tuesday night right before the ball game.